This is Rachel. Now I'm here to explain about recent security attack. The Mirai malware simplifies internet attacks like last week's. A massive internet attack that paralyzed Twitter, Netflix, and other services is being blamed on a specific kind of malware designed to harness the power of ordinary consumers. The bad news is using it isn't particularly hard and doesn't require much money. The malware known as Mirai was recently posted online for others to adapt for their own attacks. Researchers say Mirai exploited security vulnerabilities in thousands of internet connected devices, such as web cameras, and then used those devices to attack a major internet firm, resulting in widespread outages. Researchers say Mirai has been used before, but not on the scale of Friday attacks. So, what happened is an internet company in Manchester said its servers were hit by a distributed denial of service attack. These types of attacks work by overwhelming targeted computers with junk traffic, so legitimate traffic can't get through. Founder of the internet performance monitoring firm Cloud Harmony said his company tracked a half-hour-long distribution early Friday, affecting access to many popular sites from the East Coast. A second attack later in the day spread distribution to the West Coast as well as some users in Europe. What made this attack so nasty is, while distributed denial of service attacks have been around for years, hackers have many more devices they can use to pull off their attacks thanks to the proliferation of internet connected cameras, thermostats, lights, and more. And Mirai makes it easy for a would be attacker to scan the internet for devices to take over and run into turn to take over and turn into botnets for launching coordinated attacks. Chris Carlson for the cybersecurity firm Qualys said. While botnets have been used as weapons for nearly a decade, they have typically been employed by organized crime groups that targeted websites involved in less than savory businesses such as pornography and gambling. Those sites pay extortion money to make the problem go away quietly, Carlson said. But when you bring it to Levian and a lot of the internet gets shut down, people take notice, Carlson said. What kind of devices were affected is researchers at the cybersecurity firm Flashpoint say very few devices in the US seem to be involved. Most of the junk traffic heaped on Deviant came from internet connected cameras and video recording devices that had components made by an obscure Chinese company. Those components had little security protection on devices they went into became easy to exploit. Because of components were put into a variety of devices that were then packaged and rebranded, it's hard to tell exactly where they ended up. But Flashpoint researchers Alison Nixon and Satch Wickholm say their search shows that the bulk of them ended up in Vietnam, Brazil, Turkey, and China. Probably hackers groups have threatened targets ranging from the Russian government to major corporations and the US presidential election. But it's unclear if those groups are actually capable or just making empty threats. Experts say that whatever the target, more attacks are inevitable in light of the continued growth of connected devices and the lack of security requirements for them. Therefore, the solution lies in boosting device security at the hardware level. At the end of the day, these attacks aren't super sophisticated, Adelson said. They're just a blunt hammer, and whoever has the biggest hammer wins. The Department of Homeland Security said Monday that it's been working on security practices for internet connected gadgets and will release them in the coming weeks. That's all about the internet security attack that happened recently. Thank you.